here with top 4 of Riley's Retro 16. It's been a while since I've filmed one of these too. The last 2 were not streamed, so good to finally get back to these. But we are featuring the 1-4 matchup here. This is going to be Sky on the Zygarde Lycanroc deck up against Red playing Rayquaza. This actually looks like this was Pedro's list from top 4 of that Worlds as well with the Xurkitree GX. So some cool stuff. And yes, as Cash just pointed out in chat, we do have 4 different decks in cut this time, and no Lee. Surprisingly, Greninja. We had 3 Greninjas in this tournament, and Lee did not make it, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you how your affinity lies there. But I'm joined by Iyla here for this one. So how do you think this matchup's going to go?
Rayquaza versus Zygarde Lycanroc. I haven't seen this matchup play out like ever, even when I played in this format. So like, I don't know, honestly. I think it might be like slightly Turbo Ray's favor because like they could be like faster.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that it comes down to, right? Is I think 2 things that are key in this matchup is, as you see in the hand right here, this Let Loose Marshadow, and if Zygarde is able to keep up with consistent draws in the face of potentially getting your hand disrupted frequently. And of course, as you mentioned, the speed that Rayquaza can set up. You have these max elixirs, but this opening hand doesn't have a ton. You know, the Xurkitree is weak to fighting, so you don't really want to put that down. This might just be a let loose right off the bat. Have been having some trouble with some of these Discord streams, so I apologize in advance if any of this gets wonky. But wow,
oh.
What an aggressive Sycamore!
Oh my, that's not even better. That's not any better.
Well, yeah, this is horrible. I guess you can Ultra Ball for a let loose here. We did discard 1. Is there another? There are 2 in the deck. In the list, I should say. Okay, the other one is in deck, but yeah, this
they're
is
not even
terrible.
going for that. They're going for Rayquaza.
Yeah, you can at least get another energy in with the Stormy Winds. Although we discarded an energy there.
Oh, they just tossed a puzzle in there.
Yeah, well, the thing about this specific list with the puzzles is that you play the 4, but you really only ever get to use them once. So you really only need 2 puzzles, and you don't really need them either. There's just kind of a nice luxury to have, but
if you can get like 2 more max elixirs, I guess. Oh.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Wow, the attach pass out of Sky. You hate to see it. Especially with Regirock. Like, if this was like anything else, this would have been a little bit better, but Regirock is not the attacker of choice here.
Let's see if Penny can pull it off here.
Bye, Siren.
Max elixir for grass energy, and yeah, and then we just drop Rayquaza. That's it.
And that's gonna be it.
Oh wait, oh yeah. Because
no, we're 30 short actually. We're 30 short.
36 and 90, 120. Oh, no, we have 2 Rayquazas
with the 2 Rayquazas. Yeah. Math is hard, chat. Math is hard.
Yeah, there's 2 energies in there, so that's game.
Yep, and that's gonna be game. Yep.
I'll go
first. Wow, and just like that, the speed of Turbo Ray, 180 turn 2, and just like that, the game is over. Going on to game 2, and yeah, don't misclick Tempest GX. That would not be ideal. And Dragon Break to take the donk. Super unfortunate, but we will see if game 2 has something better for Sky. Alright, getting back here for game 2. Hoping we have a little bit of a better game. Some actual gameplay would be great to see.
This hand is insane from Penny.
It would be great if we're able to get an Ultra Ball or a Mysterious Treasure or something to get another Rayquaza down, because you can't play this Max Elixir onto an it can't be used onto the active, right? You need to have a bench Pokemon, so... But we get Mulligan plus Top Deck plus 2 more cards you see off the Acrobike, so you should be able to find something out of those 4 cards, you would think.
1 Mulligan?
Flustering Riley is my favorite pastime. Doesn't fluster me. Oh, I also forgot we still have the pass rule as well, so many cards that will greatly benefit this Rayquaza deck. Love numbers.
Okay, we're gonna have a game this time.
Yes, we have a game, folks. Cash, the great thing is we should combine forces because math is my least favorite and worst possible, like, is my worst thing. But everything else is fine for me. So we'll combine forces, and between the two of us, we will be one functioning person. And I have to say, I love the hyper rare Zygarde. I don't usually like the hyper rares, but this has a really pretty, like, Zygarde's shiny is so pretty that I think I like this one. Out of all the arts, I think it might be my favorite, actually, with the shiny.
I do like it quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty good draw.
That's a good find. Now, how do you feel about the sequencing of this? Would you play this Acrobike first, or would you use the Stormy Winds just kind of off the rip?
I would probably Acrobike first in case you can get like an discard to guarantee it.
Yeah, or like a Mysterious Treasure to get rid of the energy in hand. Also, I think sequentially, I think always starting with a card like Acrobike is just kind of a good starting point. So, Penny identifying that, and that was a perfect Acrobike. Get a Sycamore, discard an energy that you can accelerate. And that worked out perfectly. So now, actually, we can go in for this early Dragon Break. All we need to find is a Max Elixir and a Float Stone off of this Sycamore, and that Rockruff could go down.
Or even like, do you know, does Penny play Rope?
Yes, there is one Escape Rope in this list.
So we could find like the nuts and then go and like Rope on Zygarde, like Elixir, or however much energy KO, and then Escape Rope up to the Zygarde. I don't see how Skylon can come back from it.
So you would need 6 energy plus that choice band that's already attached. So that seems like all of your Elixir, like you'd need, what, attach, double Elixir. Yeah, not happening out of this hand. We actually might have to Tempest GX here.
Which is also, should be okay to do.
Yeah, I think you're fine to do that. Like, I mean, you're down 3 Sycamores, but who cares?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not, though.
Or we're just gonna hope. I mean, I don't hate this play either.
I think my only concern with this, though, is that this could play into a Guzma.
And there's that.
Yeah, like, you could go, like, Max Elixir, attach, put out a lot of pressure on that Ray with 2 energy on it. Is there a good Blake deck this format? So there, in 2018, I don't think Ninetales was particularly played, but in the formats previous to that, there was a great Blake deck. Snowing in Chicago. Yeah, got none in Toronto. Just to find it when you come back to the States. Also, hi, babe. Leave me alone, Iyla.
No, I don't think I will.
I respect it. Alright, got a little bit of technical issues there, but no, Fairy Blake was... Oh, yeah. Fairy Blake GX... Well, that wasn't released yet. That was after this, right? Sun and Moon to Lost Thunder was... Yeah, that was later than this, so... This is Breakthrough to Celestial Storm. Another puzzle's a little bit awkward of a top deck. So we could actually just go for a Guzma KO on the Rockruff here. I
don't hate that play either.
I don't hate it.
But I feel like we need to just take a 2-prizer down to keep up the trade fast enough.
Yeah, and I think you'd rather just get set up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just go get some more energy and play. That is obviously the strength of this deck.
That was a pretty good research.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, that's... I would definitely take Elixir, I think.
Yeah, I would take the Elixir as well. The list does run 2 Let Loose, so you could just go get the other one.
Really?
Interesting. Ooh, I don't... Benching the Xurkitree is a wild decision, though. I don't know how I feel about that.
The ability says it can't be hit by something with special energy on it.
Right, but there's basic energy in this deck, and it's weak to
Yeah,
fighting.
but right now, Buzzwole has a strong on it, and Zygarde has a DCE on it.
I think it's just
so I don't hate that. I don't hate that play, actually.
I just think it's very risky because if we're able to get like 2 energy on a Lycanroc or something, 2 basic energy on a Lycanroc, it just becomes a very free 2 prizes. Like you can claw slash that at some point. It has merit. I definitely agree that it could be useful here to just throw open the active. You could even use the GX attack to force your opponent to have another prize, which would be hilarious to see.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Actually,
also,
if we ever see
debating...
that, I hope we hit the float stone because I want to take a picture of your opponent having 7 prizes on TCGO.
I think we're gonna get there.
Ooh, we did! Alright,
my goodness,
I'm so ready. Are we gonna see the lighting GX chat? Are we gonna see it?
After
wow,
elixir.
we
hit the elixir too.
You love to see 4 energy off the elixir.
It's either we do that or we're just gonna take the knockout.
But we're 10 short. No, we're 10 short.
Are we?
Yeah. Oh, wait.
No.
Oh, no, we have the choice band. The choice band. I missed the choice band.
I was like,
yeah.
Riley, I don't think math
is
that hard.
Math is that hard.
Even I figured it out this time.
Alright, well, I'm angry that we had the KO there because I wanted the lighting GX, and I wanted it so bad.
I wouldn't be surprised if that comes up, though, at some point.
Yeah.
It'd be very funny if it did.
Well, there's the Sledgehammer
Nice
Buzzwole,
elixir.
so that's huge. You already have...
120, 140 would... Yeah, there's a knockout on this, but we just need a float or pivot.
Yep, there's the Instruct. Do we find a float stone? I guess a Guzma would also be fine. You could even Guzma take out the Xurkitree, since it is weak to fighting. I think any 2 prizes would be big there, but no Guzma. There is just the Sycamore.
And there's a float.
Find the float. Yep, that's huge. Take this KO.
This seems problematic now for Penny.
Yeah, your hand is pretty anemic at this point, and maybe, but you have to take a prize here because otherwise you're just walking into Sledgehammer again.
Yeah, I don't like this.
But we actually whiff a KO currently.
30, 16.
It's only 120.
Yep, this is bad.
Yeah, this is super unfortunate, and this was the risk that you take with this deck.
This is where I think we try and bait our opponent into bringing about 1 prizer with rope, and if they don't, I don't know. I think baiting with rope is the best play here right now. Try and figure something out with that.
Yeah, you can start with the rope and see what happens. I think if Sky has something like a Floatstone or a Guzma, you just send up that Regirock, I would have to imagine. No, we sent up
they brought up the Guru. So
this
now we have a
huge.
knockout. Oh,
yeah.
Wait. Are we just not attacking?
No, I think we're going to choose to use the Floatstone instead, maybe? I don't know how I feel about that, but at least we KO.
I don't know if I don't think that I don't think she expected Skylon to bring up the Oranguru.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that as well. Because now it obviously takes us off Sledgehammer, but Verdict GX could pick up the KO here too, so...
Oh, and that would just be pretty much a wrap, because, prevent all damage.
And Penny's also down the escape rope now, and at least 2 or 3 max elixirs. This is game 2. Yes, I did forget to put that up there. Thanks for reminding me.
There's the Verdict GX.
Thank you for reminding me. So yes, this is game 2.
Is it time
Looks like
for
we're
a
heading toward a
light?
game 3, though.
Either that, or we could actually...
Oh! That's true, the lighting GX, though. Yeah.
Hold on. Actually, I see something Penny could do. We could go for Lightning GX now. Because they're at 2... Give them another prize. They can't touch Zygarde. Like, I think this is actually still winnable.
It is winnable. I think the only problem, though, is that Buzzwole with the basic fighting on the bench, plus it's already hitting 120 because of the Diancie and the Zygarde, plus the fighting weakness, so it does get 2-shot pretty easily.
That's also true.
So, and I think, if you find a choice band, it's just over, right? Because that's exactly 180 with weakness.
Oh, there's no draw supporters left.
We got puzzles, but outside of that, there's nothing left in this deck.
Do we just Guzma
the Diancie or Regirock and Lighting GX maybe?
Oh, we're just gonna go into Lighting GX. Okay.
There it is, the Lighting GX. I wanted to see it put to 7 prizes, but
chat go nuts.
Chat's going wild. Hi, Vinny. And the crowd goes wild. I looked away just to read chat. There, thank you, Amelia. What did they put back? I missed the card.
The Lycanroc GX.
Lycanroc. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, a choice band here will just take the KO with Sledgehammer. But it doesn't outright win you the game anymore because you did just give your opponent an extra prize, so... But now you can just retreat off this DCE, and then Circuitry is basically useless again, so...
Like a retreat, and then a Jet Punch 2-shot, yeah.
It bought you some time, for sure, but I still feel like this is just very far gone. I guess we can go for the Rumbling Wires now. It does hit one... I think it's just clean 100. Doesn't really put out any kind of pressure, though. I guess you could bring up the Regirock and hope there's no Guzma or Floatstone for a few turns. You're gonna throw your arms in the air and absolutely not gonna care. I love you.
I think we just... Oh, actually? If they don't... If Skylon doesn't have a way to pivot, I don't hate this play either.
Well, the funny thing here is now the... because you bring up the Circuitry, it takes Guzma away as an instant win condition. It forces you to find a Floatstone instead because you no longer have that Zygarde with all the energy on it.
There's a puzzle time.
And there is another puzzle in the deck still available, so...
And
this
Wires.
mill's a card.
It was an Ultra Ball. It's not a good mill.
Yeah.
Does Skylon have... Oh, there's already 2 floats in Skylon's discard
Get ready
pile.
to rumble. Yeah, how many float cards... How many... there's only 3 Floatstone in the list, so...
It's very possible that Skylon doesn't have it.
Yeah, I mean... We could also eventually build up to a Bedrock Press. You could put the energy out.
Oh,
There's the Guzma, though.
There's a Guzma. And that might be it. I think,
we didn't have the choice belt, right? The choice band? For some reason, I didn't think we could KO the
And there's the second puzzle!
So we can go back for the same play we just made. You know, Guzma up the Regirock again and just pass. I mean, obviously a Guzma at that point
we could try
the game, but...
Yeah, we can try and deck him out. Oh, wait. Who has more cards left in deck? I think Skylon does, right?
Yeah, definitely. Skylon has... Sky has 20 cards left.
Yeah, and Penny, I don't
Toxic
think
Guzma,
has...
yes. Yeah,
Hmm.
Guzma is very toxic, for sure.
Actually, there's still an option if we can... No,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think there's
looks
anything
like
left at this point.
I'll go first.
And,
Next game.
yep, Penny going to scoop them up in this one. I think that makes a lot of sense. Plenty of time left in this. Still about 36 minutes left on the clock, so shouldn't have to worry about... I love the emphatic, okay! The exclamation point from Sky there. Love to see it. And, I'm not sure what's happening here, but looks like it's just going to be game over. I'm not sure if there was some other actions to be taken here. Seemed like we were going to be scooping, but okay, just the pass. So, yep, this one is going to go down. There is the Strong Energy, and Land's Wrath will take the KO. So we are going to go to a Game 3 in top 4. Wow, this is a pretty unfortunate opening hand for your Game 3 here. Starting with Marshadow.
Oh, no.
You do have a bunch of other cards you can see. You have the double Acro Bike. You have your top deck plus the unfortunate pass draw that you're going to get. Always feels bad if you get bailed out by the pass rule. I hate that we have to do it. If any TCGO, or I guess any TCG Live devs happen to be listening, fix that for us. Give us custom rules, please.
Oh, that Ultra Ball top deck was nice.
Yeah, that's a fantastic top deck. And finding a Ray off of the Acro Bike is nice as well. Gives us that much more... interesting. It's kind of... This is a funny interaction to me because obviously the Rescue Stretcher could just immediately get that Marshadow back. You know, it's always like, well, do I take the Pokemon or take the card that gets the Pokemon back? But don't think it matters too much in this instance. Although we are just going to discard this Marshadow since we did get that Sycamore. So not going to have access to any Let Loose in this one, which is basically the strength of this deck is, you know, hit hard and fast and disrupt your opponent frequently. So that's going to be a tough one for Penny to deal with in this penultimate game 3. And just a quick update on the other match, too. We're waiting for Kara and Jared over there. And they are still in game 1, unless they haven't reported their match results yet. So maybe waiting a little bit for the conclusion of that one. But I will keep y'all updated as we get more information. But in the meantime, pretty good opening from this Rayquaza deck. Penny getting 4 energy in play so far. We have another Max Elixir to play.
Oh my goodness, this is insane.
And this is Rayquaza. This is what the deck does. This is what you want to see. And not if you're not if you're Sky, you don't want to see this, but great first turn here, and this is going to be terrifying to see. You know, how do you feel if your opponent just does all of this turn 1? Yeah, exactly.
I would just be I would say hesitant. Literally.
How does that make you feel? Spooked. Yes. Well, so we still have some game to be played here, of course. It's always funny that this Marshadow does actually have fighting resistance, so this Jet Punch will only do 10 damage to that Marshadow. Unless we're able to find, like, Diancie to boost that up a little bit, but it is not as fragile as you might think in this particular matchup, since it does have that fighting resistance. There's the Lele, so we're going to see that Wonder Tag fish a supporter out of the deck right after we see the Instruct. And we find a Cynthia.
Cynthia anyway, so we don't have to Lele.
And that's a great just little note for any kind of sequencing, because you know you draw the maximum amount of cards you see off of the Instruct by not playing the Lele down and getting a supporter. Obviously it ends up being the same thing, but it keeps the option open of finding a supporter naturally off of the Instruct, so you don't have to put that Lele down, you know, use the only Wonder type that you have available. This deck does only play the one Lele, so you just get to preserve that resource by using Instruct first, since you were able to find the Cynthia. So just a nice little heads up play there. Oh no, I see the Wi-Fi question mark in the corner. This makes me a little bit scared for Penny. Please do not disconnect in game 3.
That would be the most devastating
I know.
thing ever.
Alright, so here's the Rescue Stretcher, getting back a Rayquaza, and we have Guzma, Escape Rope. We have all kinds of options out of this current hand. The Stormy Winds, find some energy too, so we're just getting so much energy in play.
I would just Guzma Zygarde, I think, here.
Yeah, it seems pretty good to me. Just take some quick prizes. You're already getting the KO.
I don't know
that's... Well, okay, so here's my thing.
Well, actually, no, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah, because this...
Oh, well.
We're thinking about it. So I guess just my thinking here is, since the 30 is already on this Rayquaza, by taking out the baby Buzzwole, you are saying, okay, well, this Rayquaza is going to be that much harder to KO, right? The Sledgehammer wouldn't have as much power. Obviously, the Sledgehammer's gone, so you can't, you know, you're on 5 prizes. You could kind of play around a future Sledgehammer, since this list does play a Rescue Stretcher. But now you're kind of playing into the Sledgehammer, so if you get your hand disrupted with an N in combination with that Sledgehammer KO, you're kind of just daring your opponent to take this KO here, which I think is a little bit risky.
They attach to the Buffalo GX, though.
Are we playing to hit a Max Elixir? That's... Wow, I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe
this seems a little greedy.
Yeah, I'm very confused by this play. I think going in with the Buzzwole for sure would have been the better play there, in my opinion.
Scorched Earth.
Unless maybe they're Diancie's prized. Maybe they know they have something prized. Didn't quite see what
There's a Diancie.
Was that the Diancie? Okay, so... Yeah.
You still need a max Lycanroc GX, or bring up the other Rayquaza. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very
Instruct
confused
for
by
one.
that play. Because now,
Oh,
wow,
we didn't hit it.
I think this is going to be, honestly, I think this might just be outright game over here with this escape rope alone. Since you're able to just, first of all, you know, take another
We could
prize this
either
turn.
do that, or we could try and dig for a float stone. I think we dig for a float stone here to just pretty much lock it up. I
Yeah,
would
but if
definitely
you
attach to
whiff,
active though
though,
for sure.
I think my concern with that line, though, is if you whiff it, you're still on Sledgehammer turn, and that's the way you lose this game. You're already down one float stone, and you only play 2. So I personally think I would just go for the guaranteed prize take here to get off the Sledgehammer turn and remove that as a threat. I mean, look how much
That's a
energy you
lot
have
of
in
energy just
play
got
already.
milled. There's one float stone in there too.
But look how many energy you're down already. Like in play, I should say. You know, like if you just take another KO here.
Oh,
you
I
should
think we're
just win the
going for
game.
it.
But going for it, we'll see. Do we get punished? No float
Yeah.
stone.
We still have treasure, puzzle, belt. There's still options here for.
Yeah, could you burn down enough to?
Oh wait, I think that's a knockout now. If we retreat those, we have 30, 69.
Yeah, but the active has a 3
Yeah,
retreat
that's it.
cost. Yeah.
Oh, it's 3 retreat. I thought it was 2 retreat. Never
No.
mind.
But you can burn enough cards to see. Oh, there's no floatstone in the deck. Where did the floatstone go?
I just saw it in the last search.
I thought I saw it too. Where did the floatstone go?
I think we have puzzle of time.
Well, then I feel like.
Actually, I don't think I think we just instruct for
Oh,
1. Yeah, we
yeah.
just instruct for 1.
Hope you hit the puzzle.
Floatstone. That's not a floatstone.
I don't think the other floatstone is in the deck, and I think this is exactly why, you know, I'm going to be a little bit vindicated here, but I think this was exactly why you should have played the escape rope. Because now you're like, okay, well, I'm still on Sledgehammer turn. I mean, you're still in a pretty good spot. If you're Penny here, you obviously still have, if one of these rays goes down, you should still have, 5 or 6 energy in play. So you're still in a great spot, don't get me wrong. But I think that was the way you lose the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just playing into the only way that you lose the game there, you just burned so many resources for no reason. I just felt like playing it a little bit safer. And just taking the guaranteed KO. Because you could have gone in with a relatively fresh Ray, too, and then forced them to use something like, their GX attack to take the KO or something, so...
Oh, wait. Did Skylon disconnect?
Did Sky disconnect?
Uh-oh.
That's not good. Let me view this, okay, whoops. Oh, no. I was like, we might see an honorable... Yeah. Might see the honorable, there. I hope they communicate that was just the... Please send something. Oh, yeah, see, that was what I was afraid of, is, like...
Didn't see anything, LOL.
Well, but this was the thing that concerned me with that, is I feel like Sky might have... Well, I guess they didn't do anything that turn, though, right? So I guess this kind of corrected itself anyway.
Yeah, they just shoot past, and I don't think she realized what happened.
Yeah.
That was nice of Penny, though.
Yeah, and I do want to say this is a thing that we've seen a lot in my retro tournaments, that, sometimes things happen where people, for whatever reason, they forget the pass rule or anything like that. And a lot of great sportsmanship in these events, so love to see that. Hats off to Penny for the sportsmanship there.
Oh!
But we whiffed a KO here, too. However, this sets up pretty nicely for a future Jet Punch KO, so it's not too horrible.
Yeah, but I think that's pretty much game.
Yeah, but we do have the double puzzles here. I can go get a Guzma.
Guzma lightning energy, maybe?
I mean,
or
even I guess the Floatstone makes a lot more sense, too, because you can take out the active threat currently, so... I would love to see this Acro Bike be saved, too.
Yeah, I wouldn't use it now. Penny only has, 7 cards in deck.
Yeah. Hello, Gabby. How is Philly? There's the retreat and Dragon Break.
I think that's a wrap.
300. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, chat. 300 damage is, I know that doesn't KO a VMAX, but in this old format, that is pretty good damage. So going down to 2 prizes, and yeah, this one definitely feels too far out of reach for Sky, but definitely, you know, N is a card that exists. Could see some shenanigans there. I think the first step in any kind of comeback here is probably N. That is going to be your first step, and I think beyond that, you know, you go in with a sledgehammer and poke this Rayquaza for what, 40, 50 at this point. I mean, doesn't get you where you want to go right now, but that is your, you know, you got to play to your slimmest margins of victory in this game 3 of top 4. There's obviously
there's the end.
Nothing else, so you might as well play for it, right?
Yep,
but yeah,
for sure.
The deck is so thin for Penny that you have to imagine out of these cards, plus the Instruct, you know, you can use this Ultra Ball to thin out your hand and see 3 more off Instruct.
Oh, we're going to see a Verdict GX for knockout?
Oh, yes, the Verdict GX also does buy you some time, since you are
so
preventing all damage.
All we need is a Guzma still.
So this actually... I don't recall if the Lele is still available. This might just be game over because we have Guzma in deck. And the double puzzle, wow! Oh my god.
The second puzzle top deck, GG's.
And into double puzzle. That is super unfortunate and wild to see. To come down to getting end into... Yeah, luckiest end of my life, getting end into double puzzle. But don't sell yourself short, Penny. Your deck was very thin, so it was actually, like, reasonably likely that you would have hit either the Guzma in deck or the 2 puzzles remaining in your deck off the Instruct as well. So definitely the luck of the draw there, but I think it still was pretty likely that you were able to find something there. So with that, the Dragon Break will take the game down, and Penny with Rayquaza going to move into the finals of Riley's Retro 16.